Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tournament 25, the 25th anniversary of Omega. This is OMEGA³ Upper Limit. My name is Kim Coldclub. For the 25th time, I will be your host for this evening. There I am. Last week, we had multiple people break the overall progress record in this era. Jackson Erdos, and then Gavin Obey becoming the first person to reach the penultimate obstacle of Stage 7. Penultimate obstacle of the penultimate stage, which is great. And of course, again, we have Radium for stats, which is very appreciated. But no content, so nobody's even reached the final yet. So the jackpot increases even more. $1,040,000. See, with this particular, with the way that the jackpot increases in this era, it increases exponentially. So it is going to go to obscene heights. Somebody's going to be a multi-millionaire if nobody contents within the next few weeks. But with that in mind, it is time to kick this freaking thing off for the 25th time. Let me get to the stage select really quick. And I keep forgetting to have the intros on standby. That's my bad, but we're gonna get into it right now. Long story short, in the aftermath of OMEGA² a new universe was discovered. So for stage 1, we go back to where it all began, or at least, it's left. Stage 1 is Ruins of Arcadia. It consists of 7 obstacles, and it has a time limit of 105 seconds. First and foremost is Around the World. And again, what a fitting way to kick this course off. Athletes run across a long series of angled step Sonic Curve style before jumping onto a very low-hanging ring, pulling up to avoid touching down below them and swinging to safety. Rocket Launcher. From Proto Sasuke. Inspired by the kids and mature kids version of Monster Swing, 2 rocket balls attached to preloaded swinging arms. Next is Candy Cane Rush. Competitors ride an angled board with handholds down a slider track, then time their shade to a second angled board from Australian Ninja Warrior. Dipper Pendulum. From Proto Sasuke, next, a combination of the Big Dipper and Double Pendulum. Next is the Icarus Glider. I believe it is also from Proto Sasuke. Competitors build up momentum on the start platform and jump to a ring, using their momentum to move the ring up a slightly ascending track, then timing their dismount to a balance landing. Fairly difficult. And finally, Alcatraz Escape from Muso. 3 walls. The first you go over, the second you go through with a little tiny gap near the top. The third you go over. Sorry, the second you go through. The third you go over with a metal bar near the top. And by the way, new addition to the visuals, individual stats. But yeah, time limit is 105 seconds. Top 75 advance. Bottom 25 don't. But yeah, we're gonna kick this thing off in a few minutes. I just realized I completely forgot to add the number of chatters. I believe we are at 20. We're at 20 chatters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women. 20 chatters, 10 women, and 2 debutantes, if I recall. 20 chatters. 20 chatters is crazy, actually. 20 chatters, 10 women, and 2 debutantes, if I recall correctly, in Bisoma Noor El Islam and Christy Ganji. Believe it or not, I swear he's been on Omega before. I'm not sure. Maybe he's been on Sasuke Prime. I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. No. Surprisingly not. Damn. But enough yapping. It's time to kick off Tournament 25 of Omega. With our first runner tonight, I believe it is Daniel Gerber. Let me get the nameplates open. There we go. Daniel Gerber running first. .23.24 on the clock. And the new stats things are as follows. Stage 5, 6, and 7 clears. And your overall appearances. And I believe the person with the most appearances was Vance Walker. He only missed like 1 or 2 tournaments, which is actually crazy. And I didn't keep track of these stats, so I didn't even know this. Adam Burnett running next. 2 fails on the Alcatraz on AE. It's going to put him into 2nd out of 2. Bisoma Noor El Islam, either him or Chris Deganji is going to be our best debutant tonight. See how Soma does. Ooh. Rough go on the rocket launcher. Saving on the first one, failing on the second one. Aji Raiden. He had a chance to be best debutant, but he was bested by B. Rubio. He fails the Dipper Pendulum. William Marquez making their first appearance as that Shatter in 10 tournaments. They finally made it back to Omega, and they failed the second obstacle. That is rough. Jake Scianti, someone who also hasn't appeared in 10 tournaments, gets into 2nd. Damn. And look at that top 5: Gober, Scianti, Burnett, Bridan, Elislam, and Marquez. And look at this. Stage 5 nameplate this early in the roster is actually crazy. Olivia Vivian, former LWS, saving on AP. She gets in the 3rd. One of the only women to reach stage 6. Karsten Williams, I've seen them in a while, saving on acceleration path and failing on Dipper Pendulum. The loose cannon. Never mind! RJ Roman is out of it on the first obstacle, and which reminds me, vote now on your phones. Will the the Champion's Curse continue? Because for the last 2 weeks, the number 100, as we move on to Billy Dixon, number 100 has failed the first obstacle. It happened to Caleb Bergstrom. It happened to Amir Malik last week. Billy Dixon failing on Dipper Pendulum. Matt D'Amico trying to get a new personal best. And he does by 1 obstacle. Ooh, Noah Dahl making their first attempt since the start of the last era. Their last appearance was on OMEGA³. This is their 3rd appearance, and they failed the rocket launcher. Oof. First of the Canadians so far, Owen Mitchelson. They have cleared stage 5 before. They're going to try to do... Oh, that was close! 2 misses on IG and a fail on AE. They squeaked by with 2 seconds on the clock. My God, that was close. Did I forgot to remove the on this. There we go. You're on to Chris Deganji. In order to ensure that he's best debutant, he's just got to get past the second obstacle. Can he? He does. And he clears. He's definitely moving on. And I highly doubt Elislam is. So, I think that's the quickest we've ever had our best debutant decided. Chris Deganji on his debut appearance, maybe your best debutant. Well, I mean, that's how it I mean, that's how best debutant works. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Once you get to the time where, like, there were, like, only 2 women in that one Omega tournament, and Emily Montague became last.
Oh, yeah! I completely forgot about that. Emily Montague was once your last woman standing. I completely forgot about that. And now it's happened with debutants, because we rarely get debutants anymore. if I'm being honest. Anyway, enough yapping for me. Kane Malden, host of Sports Roulette. You should definitely check that out. It's a very cool series. Oh, just a few seconds short on a... But a good run, though. He was absent for 5 tournaments, but pretty good comeback. Zach Keenan trying to make a big comeback. He has not been here since the end of OMEGA 1. He missed the entirety of OMEGA 2. How will he fare on OMEGA 3? Very well, he takes first. Zach Keenan, damn. Where the hell did he come from? Cold Elder. How do you respond to that? Oh. With a save on CCR, 2 fails on A. And look at that stage 6 nameplate at number 18. We're starting to become more common, folks. Elay Dagan. And I apologize in advance for any visual errors or mispronounced names you might see and or hear respectively throughout the process. 435, not great. Worse, but not great. Around the middle of the pack, I'd say. It is. Zach Stoles, we haven't seen this dude in 10 tournaments. And he takes first from Zach Keenan. Damn. That's crazy. Philip Scott, one of the only chatters to reach stage 6. Saving on Rocket Launcher, but he fails on Dipper Pendulum, though. 13th out of 20 so far. There's only 20 eliminations. Nope, 25 eliminations. Spencer O'Brien. Never mind. Rocket Launcher takes him out. And surprisingly, he's not last. It'll be, unfortunately, RJ Roman. Yuta Yamashita making his first attempt in this new era in OMEGA 3 and his 7th attempt on the course overall. I mean, that's a pretty damn good start. He gets in the 3rd by just over a quarter of a second. That's crazy. Bob Reese. Save on CCR. And he goes in the 1st by just under a second. That's crazy. Josh O'Sullivan. We haven't seen him in 10 tournaments. And we probably won't be seeing him again tonight. I know for a fact that this dude's last appearance was not in Tournament 23. Was it? It was! How good do you? 2.4. Making his 6th appearance, the faux dragon, Kane Casillas. And he's out on the first obstacle, man. Just in his nameplate for nothing. That's actually tragic. Nicholas, not the returning one for sure. Nicholas Jacob, making his 3rd appearance. Will it be the charm for him tonight? He will! He takes first. Where are these guys coming from? I mean, you got Nicholas Jacob and Zach Keenan and Zach Stoles, who have returned for several tournaments. And they're all in the top 4. Meanwhile, the heaviest hitters like RJ Roman and RJ Roman are out of it. Violet Capello, I believe that is she the first? Nope, Olivia Vivian. What am I talking about? Got a few ladies running next. Rocket Launcher takes out one of them. She will not get any personal best. Will Katie Bone get farther? A little bit farther. She fails CCR. 1.3. Kara McCarthy. She's sure to get far. Ooh, nearly in the top 5. Not even a quarter of a second between her and 5th. Ickenstein. Trying to get back to stage 4. He will not. Around the World puts him in the last. Josh Miller is back, finally, in his 4th attempt, and he fails the Icarus glider. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the return of the Weatherman, Joe Moravsky. Never mind, he's out on Around the World. What the hell is happening? We're gonna lose a lot of people. Not the first attempt he wanted in this era. James McGrath, the beast. Dipper Pendulum. Not the best run. After a save on Candy Cane Rush, too. 17th out of 33. Middle of the pack, I'd say. Kondo's back. First attempt in this era. And he goes into 4th. Damn. All these guys we haven't seen in a while. They're doing really well. And Alt 1 finally made it into a roster again. Let's see how he does. He clears! He clears stage 1! Yes, Alt 1! He finally makes it back to a roster and he clears the first stage with 2 seconds left. That's crazy. Flip! Never mind, Flip takes first. All Alt 1 can do is watch as Flip takes first. He has been in stage 6 before, so it is to be expected. Speaking of people who've been far, your first ever semi-finalist in Omega's history back in Omega 1. It was Tournament 2. Drew Becker. You haven't seen him since Tournament 19, and his first attempt on this particular course, he takes 6th. 582. Nathaniel Honvo, making his first attempt in Omega 3. Gets in the top 5, respectable time. 26 seconds on the clock. Jason Barron's running next. His third appearance, just in the top 10. Co-host of Omega, who unfortunately couldn't make it because schedule stuff. Venny Kins! Come on, Venny! No, Dipper Pendulum. But, hey, he does get a new personal best. And he's not last. Nowhere near last, actually. Will he actually move on to stage 2? Who the hell knows? We're gonna find out soon. Brooks Bieber. Never mind, rocket launcher. We probably won't be getting back to stage 2 tonight. Ryan, we are getting all these guys that haven't showed up in like 10 tournaments. Ryan Cooper. Ooh, save on rocket launcher and failing on IG. Taylor Green, trying to set the record straight. She's one of the best women to ever do it. Ooh, Sandro Scheibler is back after a 4-tournament absence. Actually, a 3-tournament absence. What am I talking about? Squeaks into the top 10. What is it with these? Giovanni Lopez, his last appearance was tournament 15. What is it with these competitors that haven't shown up in like 10 tournaments? Jacob Arnstein. Never mind, he's not going to stage 2 tonight. Will Abby Herman get there? Probably not. Candy Cane Rush. Fomenko. Ooh. 20 seconds left, but is only good enough for 16th. We approach the halfway point of the roster. Grace Gordon. The only women left to run tonight. There's only 3 more after her. She fails Dipper Pendulum. Rounding out the first half of the roster, making his first attempt in this era and his 12th overall, Yu Chen Shao, the sole rep of Taiwan. Out on Dipper Pendulum. Will that be good enough to move on? Who knows? I think it might. Because we still have half the roster to go. There's only 1 more fail. They're going to move on. Grace Carr, your best debutant from last week, getting all the way to stage 5. Is out on Dipper Pendulum. Lucas, again, with Lucas Real. Hasn't been here since tournament 14. Hold on. I'm going to check to be sure. Well, they've only made 2 appearances. Jesus. Gets in the top 10, though. Matthew Hall, making his first attempt in this era. They're 10th overall. Damn. A few spots away from the top 10, but a respectable time of 23 seconds. The salesman, Yuji Urushihara, is out on the rocket launcher. That was quick. Kevin Brecky. Let me get back to stage 2 at least. He will not. His 10th appearance is... He does about as well as he does in his other appearances. Anyway, here's Amir Malik. The inaugural LMS of this era. He's out on Dipper Pendulum. What the hell? This is... This is rated as a 6. And yet, so many of these heavy hitters are failing it.
It's like the toughest, one of the more tough obstacles in this stage. Are you seeing the next tough obstacle would be like rocket launcher?
Rocket launcher, yeah. Dipper Pendulum is probably the crux of the stage.
And around the world, because some
around the world failed. Clearly, because that's crazy. Kyle Soderman. He was absent last week, but he takes the lead in this stage. Jesus. After a save on wall 2 of Alcatraz on AE. Oh my god, the music, the BGM looped. Elijah Browning running next. 21st. Probably good enough to move on. Kai Diol trying to get to the back half of the course. They get second by multiple steps. They surpassed Flip. Look at that. Flip is now in third by 0.05 of a second. That's... Oh my god. Look at the top 5. I mean, second to 5th. Less than half a second difference between 2nd and 5th. That is actually crazy. Leo Provo, how do you respond to that? 25th. Good enough to move on, because there's only 25 eliminations. Nora Brown-John running next. Oh my god. She's behind Taylor Green by 200. What? What? Knocks again more. Jesus. No, rocket launcher. These heavy hitters with these early exits. Doesn't bode well for competitors like Asa Reynolds. But he is clearly not deterred. He takes first by over 2 seconds. Jesus. Ashlyn Herbert. Flashing Ashlyn. He's definitely going back to stage 2. Going into third. D. Render going next. Never mind. Out on the second obstacle. Chatters can't catch a break in this course. Hans Hutz. And he takes first. By, what, like over a third of, nearly a half a second. That's crazy. For save on the last wall on AE. Charles Buzard next. Gets in the top 5 with 28.71 on the clock. Ethan Gardzielski just in the top 20. Former LMS, that is not bad. Philip Goethe, semi-finalist of OMEGA³. Dipper Pendulum, Jesus. Take a fat guess as to what the crux of this stage is going to be. Sean Bryan, trying to become a semi-finalist. He's got to reach Amalgamated Afterlife in order to pull that off. Dipper Pendulum again. Max Springer. Dipper Pendulum. May have to replace that obstacle.
That's like, it's really like, it actually takes out people, and I think without it, we would be having like over 75 clear.
I made it so that it's, oh wait, yeah, sure. Bit of a spike. It's like, you remember the Black Widow in Sasuke Prime? It's like,
yeah.
It's essentially just that. Jared Boyd, meanwhile. Ooh, not deterred by the freaking painfully obvious spike in this stage. And then his 17th appearance. Meanwhile, Ilion Sharif is on his 19th. And a save on AE, he takes 3rd. Yeah, we're gonna start seeing people with over 20 appearances. I'm pretty sure. Clearly, not one of them is Joseph Meister. But 4 appearances, 3 stage 5 clears is nothing to scoff at. That's outside the top 15. And meanwhile, making his 21st appearance as a chatter, former Chatter Progress record, Jack Andrews. Ooh, good enough to move on. Save on DP. 1876, good enough for 30. Definitely good enough to move on. We're going to start seeing Illumination soon. And the man who's going to do it is Jun Sato, 2-time semifinalist. In his 22nd appearance, he eliminates, fails Candy Cane Rush. That might not be enough to move on. Jun Sato is on a bit of a hot streak of chokes right now. Sato is in 59. I don't think that's good enough to move on. Unless we see like a choke train soon. Eliminates Jacob Arnstein, puts Joe Moravsky on the bubble. Arnstein wasn't a chatter, was he?
Arnstein's not a chatter.
No. Moravsky's on the bubble as we move on to Tatsuya Tada, who surprisingly has never made it past Twin Peaks. Which, by the way, is I keep forgetting to mention that the name of Stage 3 is Twin Peaks. Because, yeah, there's Mount Borealis and Mount Betelgeuse, but the official name for, the collective name for both of them is Twin Peaks. Anyway, Tatsuya Tada. Ooh, gets in the 5th. Eliminates Moravsky, putting us down to 19 chatters. Aikenstein on the bubble. Sean Bryan's guaranteed to move on. The cutoff is Acceleration Pack. Max Feinberg. Well, he takes first. Max Feinberg. Nearly a full second difference. Unfortunately, that means we have to say goodbye again to Aikenstein. We're about to say goodbye to King Casillas. The man who's going to eliminate him is Sam Folsom. Here come the Folsoms! 24th with 24 seconds. Eliminates King Casillas. Closest thing to a dragon we're going to be seeing tonight. I should make a dragon themed stage. Fabian Scheitner running next. RJ Roman's on the bubble. Your current Chatter champion. He's definitely moving on. 36 is definitely good enough. Roman's out of it. Mark Hayes is on the bubble. Former finalist Enzo De Ferrari Wilson running next. Gets in the top 5. Damn. Eliminates Mark Hayes. And 16 chatters. D Render is on the bubble. Hayate Kajihara running next. Gets in the top 5 as well. Eliminates D Render. Whoop. No, that's not 17. That's 15. Kajihara, in his 15th appearance, gets in the top 5. Josiah Pipel, meanwhile, is on his 19th. He's a 2-time semifinalist. And he came to play 8th place. Eliminates Violet Capello, putting us down to 9 women left, if I recall. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, Noah Dahl is on the level next. The Ace of the Black Tigers eliminates Noah Dahl. And I'm gonna check to see how many appearances Noah Dahl is... Where is number 12? He is not a debutant. This is his 3rd appearance. Unfortunately, he's out of it on stage. And a new thing I have added. Your last woman standing from last week will go in spot number 85. So, that's... Noah Dahl's out of it. Brooks Beamer's on the bubble. Your last woman standing from last week, Isabella Folsom. Gets in the top 10. Save on around the world. Eliminates Brooks Beaver. Spencer O'Brien's on the bubble. Right, next is the all-time appearance record holder for any competitor ever. 24 appearances as of tonight. Out of 25 tournaments, he's only missed one. Two-time A&W champion, Vance Walker. Gets into fourth. That'll do it. That'll eliminate Spencer O'Brien. Renee Cassie. Bissouma Noor El Islam is now on the bubble. And since they are a debutant, there's only 2 debutants in this tournament. Chris Deganji is your best debutant for this week. So they will be back and will be taking place for spot number 51 in tournament 26. Renee Cassie is about to eliminate one of the only debutants in this tournament. They will. The sole representative of Mongolia.
No, it's Morocco.
Morocco, sorry. I'm very bad with flags. I knew it started with M. Sole representative of Morocco is out of it. Matthias Noirel running next. He's about to eliminate O'Sullivan. Gets in the 14th with a save on AE. Eliminates Josh O'Sullivan. And Kane Lebsack may be about to eliminate Knox Gairmore in his 17th appearance. He will not! He eliminates himself on the first obstacle. But is good enough to eliminate Gairmore. Yuji Urushihara is on the bubble. The salesman. Spranger's guaranteed to move on. Tyler Smith. Meanwhile, the technician, former finalist, eliminates Yuji with 6. Very impressive. And Kane Lebsack, just as fast as his run started, his run may be about to end. So we go into the top 10 from last week, starting with Isaiah Thomas. Gets into second. Eliminates Kane Lebsack. Katie Bones on the bubble. And Isaiah Thomas is now second by just over, exactly a half a second. That's crazy. Phil Folsom is about to eliminate Katie Bone. Yes, he will after a save on AE. Katie Bone puts us down to 8 women left. Let me fix this. We're down to 1 debutante. Chris Deganji's still in it. And he cleared. Addie Herman's on the bubble. Damn. Meanwhile, running next is the salesman, Ryosuke Miyaoka. Nearly became a 6-time semifinalist last week, which I think that's definitely a record. Already 5-time, or at least, yeah, I think he ties with Vance on that record. Gets in the 20th, eliminates Herman, puts us down to 7 women left. In his 20th appearance, by the way. Congrats to Miyoka. Yeah. And here come the semifinalists from last week. Kai Beckstrand, maybe about to eliminate fellow semifinalist Jun Sato. He will, getting into 3rd in the process by a 10th of a second. I love how the top 3's remaining times all end in 0. Sato's out of it. Benny Kins is next. Damn, can't catch a break. And the man who's gonna eliminate him is none other than Yusuke Morimoto. 3-time finalist. 6-time semifinalist. Gets into 18th and eliminates Benny. Ugh, that poor snake. Or fish, depending on what one it is. Yu Chen Shao is on the bubble. Taiwan's about to be out of it again. Clément Gravier. Next, 4-time semifinalist, former finalist, in his 22nd appearance. Gets into 8th, eliminates Xiao. We are down to 13 chatters. And Kevin Brecky's on the bubble. As we move on to this man. Here comes the champ. Kayla Bergstrom. 29th place. Good enough to move on and eliminate Kevin Brecky, who is a chatter, if I recall. He is...
Yeah, he's a chatter.
Yes. He's number 55. That puts us down to 12. And make it 11, because Billy Dixon's about to be eliminated, potentially, by this man, Noah Muni. He is. Billy Dixon is out of it, putting us at 11 chatters left. Chris Deganji's still in it. Mac D'Amico. And we're about to lose. Philip Scott might move on. I'm scared of his team.
Yeah, he's moving on.
Yeah,
It's Aggie and Matt on the move.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it is 19th appearance. Trying to become a finalist for the first time in his career and the first time in this era. NSC champion Jackson Erdos. What a miss on Icarus Glider. But he manages to get into 48th and eliminate D'Amico. AG Radon is on the bubble. He's just gonna miss out on stage 2. Or he may miss out on stage 2. The first man to reach 7.11 in Omega's history, because we've never had a 7.11 on Omega until this era. One of these two is gonna move on. AG Radon or two-time last man standing Gavin Obey. And it's good. Needless to say, it's gonna be Gavin Obey. And AG Radon scrapes his way into stage 2.
When I needed
So let me look at
It's
the...
Philip Scott, not Aggie.
Oh, Philip Scott, sorry. Sorry, Aggie. One spot short. But if my math is correct, we are down to 11 chatters, 7 women, and 1 debutante. Chris Deganji was nowhere in the bottom 5. Yeah, we are down to 1 debutante, and I believe Chris Deganji, whatever the heck he is.
He's wanted to clear. Yeah. He's
He's
wanted to clear, so he was.
Okay. Deganji, he's still in it. Down to 7 women. Vivian, McCarthy, Gordon, Carr, Nora Brown John. Let me loop the BGM real quick because for some reason I forgot to do something. Nora Brown John. And Isabel. I saw Isabella Folsom. I may have missed it. Lost to Polo. Vivian McCarthy. Taylor Green. Gordon, Carr. Norbound John and Isabella Folsom. 7 women left and 11 chatters. Which are as follows. Kane Malden's moving on. We got a host. We got a host left. Philip Scott, we got another host. Alt 1 finally moving on. Lopez, finally. Lost Moravsky. And, no, we did not lose McGrath. Okay. We got Kai Diol, Leo Provo. Lost D-Render, Gardiolski, Sean Bryan, Jack Andrews, and Fabian Scheidt. Let's go with Fabi. And I just now realized Jay Lewis is nowhere in this entire roster. That's actually, I didn't even realize that. Jay Lewis isn't even in the roster. That's crazy. But we're down to 11 chatters, 7 women, and 1 debutante left as we move on to stage 2. Let the graphics ready real quick. We already decided our best debutante. Maybe a few stages away from deciding your last woman standing. But in the meantime, Stage 2 is about to kick off. Let me get the intros ready. I went too far. There we go. Oops. In this parallel universe, there are certain places that are similar, but not identical to the ones we remember, including, of course, a revamp of a certain test of the brains. Stage 2 is Manjo Maze Mark II. Finally timed it, right? It consists of 7 obstacles and has a time limit of 434 seconds. First is the glass maze. Self-explanatory. You gotta feel your way through a glass maze. You must then do the first of 3 split decisions between the rope labyrinth, which is rope maze but with a zip line making it significantly easier to traverse, or alphabet parlay. One is 2 before G, the E. So that's what alphabet parlay is. Then you run 0.2 miles to the second crossroad, full maze from Sasuke, self-explanatory, or tactical parlay. It is a 2-digit subtraction equation. Then, I believe, yep, you'll run another 0.2 miles to Hawkeye Road. Remember the Hawkeye from Viking? Now there's 3 of them, with progressively larger cylinders and a rope climb after each consecutive Hawkeye. And then you run another 0.2 miles to the last of the split decisions between Peg Maze from Cunningham's Cookout Classic, or Memory Tower from Ninja Warrior Franks. Power Tower, but with booby traps. You gotta memorize what the booby traps are, or risk getting DQ'd, and that would suck. Then it's just a straight shot through the spider maze, which, if I recall correctly, it's just a jumping spider into a short spider climb, a short spider drop, a zigzag climb into doors reminiscent of the spider trap. Finally, Pythagoras. You're on a conveyor belt. There are 8 gates in front of you. For each one, you must solve a 2-digit addition or subtraction. Addition. Equation. Cannot talk today. 25 weeks I've been hosting this, and I still can't talk right. But yeah. If you clear this, you'll probably get like 50,000. Top 55 advance. Bottom 20 are out. 20 eliminations this time around. Time limit is 434 seconds. We kick off stage numero 2. Stage 2 starts right now with Daniel Gerber. Close this real quick. There we go. Daniel Gerber kicking off stage 2 again. Here we go. When he gets to gate 5 of Pythagoras, that is a strong start. That is a strong start for Daniel. Where are these competitors coming from? They haven't been here in months. And they're popping off right now. Adam Burnett, who hasn't been here since Tournament 12, fails Hawkeye Red. Nick Sionci. Here we go. Spider Maze. Not too bad, though. Olivia Vivian. Only 20 eliminations this time around, but it is out of 75 people, so the margin of error is getting smaller and smaller. Olivia Vivian fails Memory Tower. Carson Williams making his first attempt on Manjo Maze Mark II. Hawkeye Road takes him out of it early on, but he does get into 4th. No, but barely anybody's going to clear this stage, or any stage for the rest of the front half. Bruise of ROA is the only stage in the front half that's actually meant to be clear. Nicholson. Hawkeye Road takes him out of it. Let's see how well our new best debutant does. Christy Gunzi. Never mind, Rope Labyrinth, and he puts him into host of Sports Roulette, Kane Molden. Oh, Hawkeye Road. Gets around halfway through. Not too bad. Zach Keenan. He missed all of OMEGA2, and he gets fairly far into OMEGA3. So far, he gets to the Spider Maze, which is actually quite impressive. Colt Elder trying to get revenge on New Babylon, but he's got to get past Manjo Maze first. Spider-Man. Spider Maze. It's in the top 3. Digging. Whoa. 6 out of 11. With 20 eliminations, that's not where you want to be. With only 5 people below you. Zach Stoles has been here since tournament 15. Ooh, he times out on the run to gate 5. Very impressive. Host of Muso, Philip Scott, is stopped by the Spider Maze. Yamasta. Ooh. Wrapping Kyoto right. Getting all the way to the middle of Pythagoras. Bob Reese. wonder if he was, this course was real. Would Bob Reese, like, make content out of this? He is a content creator.
He probably make content out of this. Yeah. If he makes an appearance on like a TV show, then I think he's probably gonna make an appearance. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. Nicholas Jacob, meanwhile. Ooh. Stopped by Hawkeye Road. It's probably going to be the crux of the stage. Kara McCarthy. Stopped by Gate 1 of Pythagoras. Pretty slow run overall. Best place. Here we go. Josh Miller. Ooh. Stopped by a 10-second penalty on Gate 4. The Beast, James McGrath. Ooh, also reaching Pythagoras. Kondo. Ooh. So tough, Hawkeye Road. Alt 1. How's he gonna fare on Manjo Maze Mark 2? His first attempt on this era. He's also stopped by... take a fat guess as to what the crux of this stage is gonna be. Flip. Oh, he gets to gate 5. He gets halfway through Pythagoras. Very impressive. I mean, this early on is crazy. Shrew Becker. We were timing out on the run to gate 5. Getting into the top 5. Top 5 for the moment is Becker, Stoles, Miller, Gerber, Flip. Hongo. Ready next? He saves on Spider Maze and he times out on the run to gate 5. Well, it's like saving on full send right now. With getting on the run on getting to gate 5. Pythagoras. Jason Behrens. Is he? No. I thought he was gonna do it as well. Stop by Spider Maze. Cooper. Saving on outfit parlay. Again, I do not know how it's possible to save on the mental-based obstacle. Fails on the Spider Maze. Taylor Green, meanwhile, former LWS. Stopped on Pythagoras, gate 3. Turn of the Swissman. Sandro Scheibler. Oh, memory tower. You think that a European will be able to pass that on to him. Considering it came from Ninja Warrior France. Giovanni Lopez reaches stage 2. But gets around halfway through. And you put the BG on. Fomenko. Into the back half. This is his 15th appearance on Omega. Stopped on the Spider Maze. Very impressive. Probably good enough to get through. 12 out of 30. Yeah. Right. Only 20 eliminations. We'll see. Grace Gordon. Oh, hold on. She times on the run to gate 5. After save on gate 2. Oh my god. What is it with gate 5 right now? Grace Carr. Best debutant from last week. Gets in the top 10. Stopped by Pythagoras. She may be a very strong competitor, actually. As if her getting to stage 5, halfway through stage 5, wasn't already an indication of that. Lucas Royale. He has been here in a while. 10-second penalty on... Oh, there's a gap. There's a gap there. Save on the spider trap, spider maze. He gets a 10-second penalty on gate 2, and that costs him pretty much all of his remaining time. Stopped on the run to gate 3. Matthew Hall. He hit double digits in appearances. And even he stopped on Hawkeye Road. Amir Malik, probably one of the only semifinalists left. One of the only semifinalists in this era. He stopped on gate 3. Kyle Soderman, making his second attempt in this era. He stopped... stopped on the spider maze. What is with me today? I can't freaking talk. Elijah Browning. Did he? No. Stopped on the run to gate 3, not 5. Or, sorry, not 3, 4. You'd think in the mental base stage I would be able to count. No, clearly not. Kai Diol making their 20th appearance. And they take the... Wow, Kai. Kai Diol. Did them and Beckstrand's stats get switched or something? Where it's Kai Diol just really good? I mean, he's been to stage 5, so that's already really impressive for a Shadow. Jesus.
Diol is really good. He's a very talented ninja.
Damn. On their 20th appearance, they get halfway through Pythagoras. Very impressive. Even for the, especially for the Shadows. Dang. Leo Provo. They time out on the Spider Maze. All the ways to kind of belly. Time out. Nora Brown John trying to get a new personal best. She would have to beat Hawkeye Road in order to pull that off, and she does. She gets to Pythagoras, in fact. And she runs out time on gate 2 after a save on gate 1. Former finalist Asa Reynolds. When he gets to gate 4 and takes first. 10-second penalty on gate 3, a save on gate 1, and he fails on gate 4. I think it's because of it counts how fast you get to the obstacle. But I mean, look at those stats. You cannot tell me that he's not in the same competitor. 8 stage 5 clears. He's a 4-time semifinalist and a former finalist, and he's appeared this is his 19th appearance. One of the greatest to ever do it. Flash on Ashland, meanwhile, making his 15th appearance, and he's out of it on Hawkeye Road after a save on one of the earlier cylinders. Hans Hertz. What? He times out at gate 5 and gets 6. Okay, that's interesting. Bujad. He is screwed over by a penalty on gate 1. And he was 10 off. Math is hard. Even Gardiolski. Oh, gate 4 as well. He might have a clear tonight. If it's even possible. Philip Goethe. Oh, he stopped. He's also screwed by a 10-second penalty. Gate 2. We're going to start seeing eliminations soon. Sean Bryan. How many runs in are we? 47. Sean Bryan takes 13th. Stopped on Pythagoras. There's a gap. Gets a 10-second penalty on gate 1. He's times out of gate 2. Making his second appearance, first in this era, is Max Springer. And of all the things to fail, Peg Maze. I don't think have we ever had a competitor fail the Peg Maze in this era before?
We did, but people tend to go for memory tower the most, so we don't really see a lot of Peg Maze fails.
Yeah. We don't get a lot of Peg Maze attempts, to be fair. Jared Boyd, meanwhile, making his 17th appearance. He is a former semifinalist. He has to gate 4 after a save on gate 1 of Pythagoras. And he did attempt Peg Maze. Yeah. Sharif. Whoa. A save on gate 2, and he times out on gate 3. Then for 20 seconds. Cut off by B Pythagoras for all we know. Meissner. Making his 17th appearance. Stopped on Hawkeye Road. Might not move on. Chris Ganji, our only debutant, is at last. Jack Andrews. Missed 20 for... I know for a fact he's never been to stage 7. I don't think... We've never had a chatter in stage 7, if I recall. Jack Andrews. He's gotten close on a number of occasions. But, failing on the spider maze. I can't believe we lost Sato this early. Tatsuya Tada, meanwhile, the star of Yamagata. Times on gate 4. I don't think it's even possible to clear this stage. Max Feinberg. Oh, hold on. Timing out on the run to gate 6. Well, I mean, if it's even possible, we're about to find out. Here come the Folsoms. 3-time semifinalist Sam Folsom. Stopped on the jumping spider segment of the spider maze. Come on, Fabi. Alphabet parlay. And unfortunately, this means he is the first to be eliminated. So we will have a new Chatters champion tonight. Damn. And I believe I just now noticed that the champion's curse has been broken. Because Gavin Obey didn't fail the first obstacle. Enzo De Ferrari Wilson. Oh my god, he clears it! Wait, what? Enzo just freaking cleared.
Ferrari in his name.
Enzo freaking cleared. Freaking Manjo Maze. What? Wait, what did you say?
Oh, Ferrari. He does have Ferrari in his name.
That's completely fair. That is a very good point.
That he also Peg Maze, which I think may be faster than, memory tower. So, yeah, so that could have, contributed to him clearing.
Yeah. And then there's, Peg Maze is probably absolutely slower than Memory Tower. That's crazy. First clear, he wins $50,000. And he eliminates Chris Taganji. That'll do it for the debutants. Alt 1's on the bubble. We're about to go to single digits in terms of chatters. Jason Barron's guaranteed to move on as we move on to Hayate Kajihara. How will the idol fare? Whoa! Gate 7. These competitors... Did he attempt Peg Maze? He did! Oh, wait. See, now these competitors are starting to figure out, hey, Peg Maze might be quicker than Memory Tower. See, like now they're starting to figure it out. Alt 1's out of it. And Kane Molden is next to be eliminated. Jason Barron's still guaranteed to move on. Josiah Pipel, considering he did take the fastest time recently on a course in A&W, he's bound to do well. Spider Maze, though, stops him at his tracks, eliminates Kane Molden, putting us into 8 chatters left. We're about to be at 7 because Giovanni Lopez is about to be out of it. The ace of the Black Tigers, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Never mind, he fails Hawkeye Road. May not be good enough to move on. 46. Yeah, that's not good enough to move on. Eliminates Lopez. So, puts us down to 7 chatters. Adam Burnett on the bubble. Now Colt Elder. Yeah, Colt Elder's guaranteed to move on. Isabella Folsom. We're not going to have a new women's champion yet. Adam Burnett, though, is out of it. Karsten Williams is on the bubble. Jack Andrews, though, is guaranteed to move on. That could be an indicator. Anyway, Vance Walker. Oh my god, gate 4. Eliminates Carts Williams, puts Mitchelson on the bubble. Renee Castle running next. Ooh, gate 6. Good enough for second. Second best run thus far on Pythagoras, supposedly. Although we did get, just see someone get to gate 7. Mitchelson's out of it. Meissner's on the bubble. T.S. Nirel running next. And oh my god, he clears with half a second left. Oh my god.
This is his second time clearing.
Wait.
I know he did it last tournament, I believe.
It would be Matthias Nirel. From this stage alone, he's won $100,000. That's... I wonder how that translates to, what is it, euros? In France? That's crazy. Matthias Nirel, not one to be trifled with. Eliminates Meissner as well, puts Nicholas Jacob on the bubble. I do not believe Jacob is a... No, he's not a Jacob. Nicholas Jacobs on the bubble. Here comes the technician. 2 clears thus far. Tyler Smith make it 3. No, he's stopped by the spider trap doors. Eliminates Jacob. Puts Herbert on the bubble. We move on to what's left of the top 10, starting with Isaiah Thomas. I forgot what does he have a nickname in AEW?
I don't think he has a nickname.
Oh. I remember somebody had the nickname Flyboy. I don't remember who it was.
Oh, I think that was Isaiah Thomas then.
Oh. Damn. I'm gonna look it up. Isaiah Thomas. He is the Flyboy Ninja. That's crazy. Isaiah Thomas in his 16th appearance. He was stopped by Pythagoras. Stopping or timing out on gate 2. Here come the Folsoms. Again, Phil. Stopping on gate 1. He replenished some stamina after he stayed okay. He replenished a quarter of his stamina after Spider Trap. Probably making sure he didn't pass out before he attempted Pythagoras, and by the time he did, he only had a second left. He stopped on gate 1. Phil Folsom is in 32nd. Matthew Hall is out of it. Kondo's on the bubble. Salaryman running next. Ryosuke Miyoka saving on Hawkeye Road and stopped by gate 3 after a 10-second penalty on gate 2. Save on Spider Maze and on Hawkeye Road. Oof. But it's Kondo. Dagon's on the bubble. Tyler Smith now guaranteed to move on. Still guaranteed to move on. Kai Beckstrand. Here come the semifinals. Kai Beckstrand! Oh, save on gate 6. And he times out on gate 8. See, Peg Maze is the way to go. I need to find an obstacle that is just as long as Memory Tower, but is also mental based. Or I could just make it not a crossroads. Or you know what I could do? Peg Maze or Color Fusion. That'd be cool.
Well, let's see. Well, I know Color Fusion is significantly faster than Memory Tower.
Yeah.
And it did clash a game.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yusuke Morimoto is about to eliminate fellow Sasuke 40 finalist, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Here comes the Prince. Is he gonna clear? No, gate 6. That penalty on a 10-second penalty on gate 2 really screwed him over there. Good enough to eliminate Yoshi though. Springer's on the bubble. Ramon Gravier in his 22nd appearance. Missed a few tournaments. Gravier timing out on the run to gate 8. Wow. Springer's out of it. Sandro Scheibler is about to be eliminated. Damn. Here comes the champ, Caleb Bergstrom. Ooh, stopped on gate 5 for save on memory tower. He timed out because that's actually crazy. He timed out because he attempted memory tower. Damn. Look at this. Noah Munier hit the big 2-0. His 20th appearance. He's about... You're right, Ninja Machine. 123 backslash is not an integer. He's about to eliminate Olivia Vivian. Saving on, oh, no! A save on Rope Labyrinth. But he times out on the run to the buzzer. Man, that sucks. And you know what's crazy about these clears, too? Both clears so far tonight, they cleared with just over a half a second left. Out of 434 seconds. Eliminates Vivian. It's down to 6 women left. Jackson Erdos. Meanwhile, stopped on gate 2. He does incur a 10-second penalty. On gate 2. Eliminates Folsom. Or Isabella Folsom. Leo Provo's just gonna miss out on stage 3. One of these two is gonna move on. Leo Provo or Gavin Obey. And did he just clear? No, he did not. He was timed out. He timed out on gate 7. But if my math is correct, we're down to 7 chatters, 6 women, and absolutely no debutantes. I'm gonna check to be sure. Philip Scott. We still have Yav McGrath. Check one more time. We have Scott. We have McGrath. Oh wow. Oh no. Kai Diol. Sean Bryan. Jack Andrews. And that's it? Damn, Philip Scott. Yeah, Philip Scott. James McGrath. Must have missed one. Kai Diol. Gardziolski. Yeah. Andrews. Andrews. And Sean Bryan. That's... I missed them both. Oh my god. 6. Wait, I missed one. Okay. I don't know why I'm struggling. McGrath. Philip Scott. Kai Diol. Ethan Gardziolski. Sean Bryan. Jack Andrews. So I think that's 6. How many women left? Let's see. McCarthy. Taylor Green. Grace Gordon, Grace Carr. Nora Brown John. And I assume Isabella Folsom? No! Wait, when was she out of it?
It was basically Spider Mace counted as cutoff, but she failed to crossroads number 3, and she didn't move on.
Oh, so we will have a new women's champion. Or a new last... We will not have a back-to-back last women's champion. And top 10 remaining intact. Okay, so we're down to 5 women and 6 chatters. Going into stage 3. We're a quarter of the way through this course. Running first, of course, is our number 1 competitor, Daniel Gribber. Let's get into it. I apologize for that. That clear run through, that clear overview took so long. But yeah, let's get into the second quarter of this course. Let me just get BGMs ready. Yeah, we're gonna have a new Last Woman Standing. Let me find the intros. Where are they? They're there. Here we go. In this world, like any other, has its landmarks. It has its highs and it has its lows. But this particular place is the highest peak, or rather peaks, of them all. Stage 3 is Mount Borealis and Mount Betelgeuse. Its official name is Twin Peaks. Don't know why I forgot to mention them in the last 2 tournaments. They each consist of 7 obstacles. Actually, never mind. I buffed them because people cleared them last week. 8 obstacles. No time limit for obvious reasons, and 0 rest points. Split decision burnout stage. First, of course, is Double Devil. A mix of the floating steps and the devil steps. Second, Giant Cubes, which is from, oh yeah, the killer of the stage. Stage 2 was Hawkeye Road and Spider-Man. Giant Cubes is the version from AW9. Competitors cross 2 plates of classic cubes with only a small inset ledge at the top to grab onto. Next is the Arrow Jumps from Protozoske. Series of overhead, slightly sloped boards that competitors must shimmy across and shade between. Donkey teeth. I spelled it Donkey. I made a mistake. 6 book holds placed in a semicircle as if they were teeth extended from a jaw. Taking out the back half is Cornus Alley from Super Ninja. Competitors jump between 2 suspended square prisms. I can't talk. Then 4 ascending cliff ledges at varying angles. Flying S-grabs from Sasuke Nitro. Competitors will use the switch grips to make 7-foot laches. It's similar to the first half of Fallout. Then a new addition, the Heartbreaker. 3 vertical boards, 2 horizontal boards, and a 2.2 meter jump at the end. And finally, of course, can't have this stage without it, Articuno. A buffed version of the ice picks, where athletes place nunchucks with hooks in a series of small rings at varying heights and distances. And of course, that's just one course. We also have the newly buffed Mount Betelgeuse. First is Helix Hang. From AW, competitors cross spinning bars by grabbing the protruding spikes. And it is identical, this version is identical to the double helix. This version of the Kaleidoscope is just, yeah, it's just the regular version. Kaleidoscope. Competitors turn a wheel with cliffhanger ledges with slight lips, which rotate the entire apparatus. Sorry. They then lache to the second and third boards and repeat the process. And it looks very pretty. Wing Nut Alley EX. I am all over the place. 5 wing nuts with direction changes and mid-air functions. This is the version from Musa. Nail Clipper from AW. Hanging cylinders with thick affixed ledges that the competitor uses to rotate and lock into place, allowing them to progress between cylinders. Tick-tock clock. 2 crazy clocks, each of which is followed by a hanging circle pendulum. The second hanging circle spins. Speaking of spinning stuff, Thunderclub. I was saying the word spin. I typed spin. And from the WNL, a pair of long boards with thin cliffhanger notes. I am all over the place. 1 ascending and 1 descending. On center spinning axes, with a slope roll in between. I can't talk. And, holy crap, the new addition is the Monstro Inverter. Cross of Monster Climb and Inverter, competitors will stay across 4 spinning boards with cliffhanger ledges, rotating the board as a cross before it, as the cross it, before lashaying to the next board. And finally, Moltres, a buffed version of Angry Birds. That's the only explanation we get. But yeah, we are down to just 55, and by the end of the stage, we're going to be down to 40. 15 eliminations this time around. As we kick off the second quarter of... What is going on for me today? First runner of the night is... this one, there we go. First runner of the night is Daniel Gerber. Would be Beetlejuice or Borealis. Borealis. Saving on Cornus Alley, but failing on the flying S-grabs. Holy crap. This early is crazy. Sionti. See it? Borealis. Cornus Alley. Second out of 2. Not bad so far, though, getting to the back half of the stage. Zach Keenan. First to attempt Beetlejuice and failing on Wingnut Alley EX. Or WAEX. I don't know. WAEX. Colt Elder. Should probably put it at 90 rather than 123. Colt Elder. Borealis, and he fails on the Giant Cubes. 3.2 is rough. Especially for he's trying to get back to stage 4. That is Zach Stoles. Borealis, and he fails on Double Devil. Even worse. Mr. Musso, Philip Scott. Attempts on Borealis and fails on the arrow jumps. Puts him in the 3rd for now, but it's only out of 6. Yuta Yamasta. Ooh, Mount Beetlejuice. Nail Clipper. I think we had 3 people clear Mount Borealis and 1 person clear Mount Beetlejuice, and I think it was Yusuke. Because there would be Yusuke, wouldn't it? Yuta Yamasta. Currently in 3rd out of 7. Bob Reese. Failing on the literal first part of Mount Beetlejuice. See if you can make content out. Can't get much content out of that. Sorry, buddy. Karen McCarthy. And she does the exact same thing. Jesus. Josh Miller. A lot of people attempting Mount Beetlejuice right now. Getting to Wingnut Alley EX. Going on the 3rd jump. 3rd jump? Oh, I can't talk today. James McGrath, the Beast. He attempted Mount Borealis, and he failed the very first segment, first element of it. The ascending stairs. Not the one he wanted. Flip. Oops. Flip. Whoa. These heavy hitters are not getting that far into either one of these stages. True Becker. Mount Beetlejuice saving on the 2nd jump of Wingnut Alley before failing on the 3rd jump. And good enough for 6th. Nathaniel Humbo attempting Mount Borealis. CA putting himself into 2nd. Daniel Gerber, he's number 1, and he's the only person who's reached flying S grabs, or 3.6 so far. Jason Barons, meanwhile, may become the second. Well, Beetlejuice, TikTok clock, good enough for fourth, for now at least. Ryan Cooper fails on Mount Borealis, double. Taylor Green, she finally has a new personal best in this era, but how much farther can she go? Mount Borealis, failing on Donkey Teeth. She does get into the top 5, though. We have had a lot of people failing on either Double or the Helix Hang, which is surprising. Anton Fomenko reigning next. Beetlejuice. Oh! First person to reach Thunderclap! Second person tonight to reach 3.6. Grace Gordon. And that is good enough to put him in first place. Grace Gordon. Never mind. Mount Borealis does her in. And she will not get a new personal best. That is tragic. 2 obstacles away from a personal best. Twin Peaks does her in again. Grace Carr. Giant Cubes. 3.2 is not where you want your run to end. And she's saved on Double as well. Lucas Royale. Borealis. He fails Double Devils. Or Double Devils? Double Devil. Oh, we're having a lot of 3.1 fails. And all these obstacles are rated as a 7 or higher. Amir Malik. Oh, oops. Amir Malik. And he... Ooh! He is the second... Whoops. He is the second person to reach the flying ass grabs tonight on Mount Borealis. He is a 2-time semifinalist. He's done it in 2 different eras. So, yeah. That is very impressive. Soderman. Mount Borealis. But he's bested by the arrow jumps. And again, he's bested on 3.3. Good enough for 11 out of 23. 15 eliminations. So if we have more fails on the first 2 obstacles, he may move on to stage 4 and get a shot against New Babylon. Browning. Mount Beetlejuice. And I didn't change the freaking screen until the end of his run. Crap. He fails on Nail Clipper. 3.4, again, nothing to scoff at. These are very difficult obstacles. Kai Diol. Ooh, Mount Borealis, no way. Cornice Alley, he gets to the back half. They're in 4th. Oh my god. That's actually crazy. Kai Diol is popping off right now. I mean, they've been to the back half multiple times in OMEGA2. So I think it is to be expected. Norbound John, meanwhile, fails on the arrow jumps. Currently in 12th. Only 14 people behind her. She may just miss out on stage 4. Or she might just barely make it. Former finalist Asa Reynolds. Mount Beetlejuice does him in again. Nail Clipper. 3.4. Hans Hertz takes on Mount Beetlejuice and is bested by the Kaleidoscope. 20th place. Yeah, he might not last much longer. Sorry, buddy. Pujad. And Pujad barely lasted at all. Failing on the second helix of the Helix Hang. Whoops. Ethan Gardilski. Going for Mount Borealis. Ooh, getting to Cornice Alley. We have 2 chatters in the top 5 right now. Gardilski. Diol. Holy crap. I know I'm saying this a lot, but that's actually crazy. Sound like a broken record now. Gutta. Whoa. You think that a semi-finalist like Philip Gutta would get farther than 3.2. But, unfortunately, the aero jumps did him in again. But, I mean, hey, he's the new personal best in this era. Something to be happy about. Sean Bryan. Going for Mount Beetlejuice and best by the Wingnut Alley EX. Oops. Jared Boyd. Trying to get back to the back half. Nail Clipper. Probably. Yeah, definitely good enough. I mean, yeah, he's definitely moving on. Trying to figure out what the cutoff is. Sharif. He's bested by the arrow jumps on Mount Borealis. After save on the Double Devil, too. Yeah. Jack Andrews. Mount Borealis. Donkey Teeth. Whoa. Gets in the... We have 3 chatters in the top 10 at the very least. These guys are popping off right now. Tatsuya Tada. Trying to get... I mean, all he's got to do for a new PB is pass 3.1. Oh, he definitely does. Mount Beetlejuice. He gets the Thunderclap. I believe he's the second person to do so tonight. Holy crap. Max Feinberg. Going for Mount Beetlejuice as well. First to reach the new monster inverter. First to reach 3.7 tonight. Here come the Folsoms. 2 of them left. Sam Folsom going for Mount Borealis, and he fails on the Heartbreaker. First person to reach 3.7 on Mount Borealis. 2 people on 3.7 back to back, and they're on both courses. Enzo De Ferrari Wilson. He attempted Helix Hang. We have a runner in first and a runner in last. And it's oof. Hayate Kajihara. Ooh, he's also bested by the Helix Hang. Not last though. Not yet, at least. But Pell. Going for Mount Beetlejuice. And he reaches the monster inverter as well. Just like that, the chatters are out of the top 5 on the leaderboard so far. First to be eliminated is Hayate Kajihara. Enzo De Ferrari Wilson is going to be out of it next. He's going to be leaving with $50,000 though, because he did beat Manjo Maze Mark II for the second time, I think it was. Crazy. Sean Bryan guaranteed to move on. Vance Walker taking on Mount Beetlejuice. Oh, hold on. Monster Inverter. Holy crap. Running next is Renee Castle. Circus artist. A European, maybe about to eliminate a fellow European. I can't freaking talk. Finally, someone attempting Mount Borealis, and he fails on the giant cubes, which is 3.2. Probably good enough to move on. The cutoff. No. Cutoff. Oh yeah, cutoff's giant cubes. Renee's cooked. Renee's cooked. Lucas Real's on the bubble. Buzad's out of it. Matthias Neurel running next on Mount Borealis, saving on the giant cubes and failing on the arrow gems. Eliminates Grace. Lucas Real. Grace Gordon's about to be on the bubble. True Becker is still guaranteed to move on. Technician Tyler Smith taking on Mount Borealis, also failing on the arrow jumps. Grace Gordon is out of it. 4 women remain. And my God, look at those stats, by the way. 7 stage 5 clears, 6 or 5. He's a 5-time semi-finalist and a 3-time finalist. That's actually insane. And then Isaiah Thomas. We're going into what's left of the top 10. Ryan Cooper is on the bubble. Isaiah Thomas. Never mind. He's the first member of the top 10 to be eliminated. Isaiah Thomas is out of the equation, needless to say. Does not bode well for the rest of the top 10, including Phil Folsom. Going for Mount Beetlejuice. Not Alley takes him out of it. Good enough to eliminate Ryan Cooper and put Flip on the bubble. Keenan's guaranteed to move on, so he's got to be happy. Ryosuke... Whoops. Ryosuke Miyoka. Going for Mount Beetlejuice. Stopped on the nail clipper. Nobody's reached 3.8 thus far. Kai Beckstrand. Going for Mount Beetlejuice. Oh, he reached his TikTok clock. Which is not as far as I thought it was. He reaches the back half. Eliminates McGrath. Okay. 5 chatters left. Kara McCarthy's on the bubble. We're about to be down to 3 women. Whoa, I almost just digested Yusuke freaking Morimoto. That's my bad. Yeah, here comes the Prince, attempting Mount Borealis. And he fails on the arrow jumps. That's interesting. 23rd's good enough to move on. But it will eliminate Kara McCarthy, putting us down to 3 women left. Bob Reese is on the bubble. He is not a chatter, if I recall. No, number 23. Clement Gravier running next. Bob Reese on the bubble. Taking on Mount Borealis. Saving on Donkey Teeth and failing on Cornus Alley. He does reach the back half, though. Very good one. Eliminates Bob Reese. Here comes the champ. Baby Bergie taking on Mount Borealis. Donkey Teeth eliminates Zach Stoles. Gonna have to move on for sure. Hans Hertz is on the bubble next. Zach Keenan still guaranteed to move on. Noah Meteor in his 20th appearance. Mount Borealis. But he fails the giant cubes. And I think... Oh, that's barely...
Yeah, that would be enough to move on.
Oh, he got so lucky. Oh, if he was a second slower, he'd be out of it. Because he would be slower than Renee. If he was a second
But there's
slower.
2 people left, so he would have been in, like, City 7?
Oh, yeah, he would.
City 2.
Yeah. He
And
would have been
still
on the
clear.
bubble by the end of the stage. Colt Elder and Grace Carr are about to be maybe eliminated. Jackson Erdos going first. On Mount Borealis. Going to the Heartbreaker. And he does take first from Sam Folsom. Eliminates Colt Elder. And puts Grace Carr on the bubble. One of these two is going to move on to stage 4. Grace Carr or Gavin Obey. And it's going to be Grace Carr! Whoa, 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 whoa. Gavin Obey is out of it on stage 3. Wait, where did he fail? He failed the Helix hang on Mount Beetlejuice. Huh? Oh, God. Top 10 have been demolished. We're not going to believe it. Oh, God. If my math is correct, we're down to 5 chatters and 3 women. Philip Scott. Kai Gyol, Gardzielski, Sean Bryan, Jack Andrews. 3 women being Taylor Green, Nora Brown John, and Grace Carr. Yes. And the killer of the stage, I forgot to mention the other 2, was Helix Hang and Arrow Jumps. Oh, God. Helix Hang was the killer of Mount Beetlejuice. Arrow Jumps was the killer of Mount Borealis. Helix Hang is rated as a 7. It's one of the easiest obstacles up this stage. Alex says, ping me if there's a final. Okay. Well, I mean, that's if that happens, because, again, stage 7 is nuts. And was going to remove one of the rest points, but I decided against it because I wanted to find it. But we're down to 40, and by the end of the stage, we're gonna be down to 30. I want to see. I'm curious as to whether or not it's even possible to clear this thing. Because I highly doubt it. Okay, let me get the intros and BGMs and stuff. And stage select. Damn. Losing our number 100 this early is actually crazy.
Oh yeah, and this is the third time we had a number 100 fail on the foot, and it ended there.
Oh, you're right. No. So that's what the Champion's Curse is. Oh, no. Ugh. Okay, stretching. Yeah, here we go. Stage 4. As you reach the halfway point of this grueling course, you see a floating island in the sky. Way up there rests your next challenge. Stage 4 is New Babylon. It is a mixed progression stage. I can't freaking talk to you. Consisting of 10 obstacles. First segment, Library of Babel, is horizontal. Second segment, Tower of Babel, is vertical. Barely anyone reaches that segment anyway. First is the Crazy Hill Run from Proto Sasuke. 2 angled platforms with a ring swing to transfer between falling shelves. And this is the easier version from ANW 12. I had to make sure. And 3 swinging X-shaped boards with ledges that the competitors lachey across. The last board requires a reverse grip. So essentially, swing edge before swing edge.
Oh wait, I forgot to turn off the mic.
Oh, you're good. Hourglass drop. This is the version from ANW 7. 2 curvy boards that spin on the center axis with a giant trampoline in the middle. The competitor transitions by bouncing on the trampoline to the second board, and they cannot skip directly to the finish platform. And this version is board, tramp, board. And as if this couldn't be any more fun, this is directly into Time Bomb. 2 cannonballs affixed to rings, shaped similar to a kettlebell, that must be moved across a series of spinning hooks. From AEW, of course. Candelabra. A scrapped obstacle from Proto Sasuke. 5 wind chimes and 5 ropes attached to an overhead board on a pivot. And finally, wrapping off the horizontal segment, Lethal Library. Competitors climb up a tilting devil steps rig that becomes ascending devil books once they reach the fulcrum. They then jump from a super tramp to a book slider. It is rated as a 9. It is freaking hard. But as if it isn't hard enough as is, we then go into the Tower of Babel. Super Lumberjack Climb kicks it off. From the Sharp Tank, a version of the Lumberjack Climb that starts similar to the Spider Flip, requiring competitors to climb around the 90-degree Spider Flip. 90-degree upwards turn, before beginning their ascent. Next is the On Guard Ladder, Zudon. A version of the Salmon Ladder where competitors use the On Guard's telescoping bar to hop up rungs, some of which are blocked by plexiglass, forcing the competitors to retract the bar. And it's very difficult, rated as an 8. Next is the standalone version of the Elevator Climb. Competitors use a set of handles to climb directly vertical, sliding the handles up a track. The handles lock in whenever they're pulled down upon. And finally, the Magic Ladder from something. Competitors hang from 2 triangular holds, pushing them upwards so that they can be caught on pulleys, allowing them to ascend. This is the standalone version, not the one from Proto Sasuke, where it's the final stage. But top 30 move on to the back half of the course. Anyone else? For anyone else, it's wraps. 10 eliminations. Let's kick this thing off. If you somehow clear this stage, you're going to $100,000. But, yeah, here we go. Stage 4 starts right now. Kicking it off for the 4th time. Daniel Gavin. Falling shelves. And judging how the inaugural tournament of this era went, we may be seeing that a lot. Sionzi. Oh, he does get past the falling shelves, but he fails on the hourglass drop. Not even on a trampoline, which is the hard part. The board. Zach Keenan. He's never even faced OMEGA² and now here he is facing OMEGA³. Getting to stage 4. He reaches the Tower of Babel. What? Zach Keenan's moving on to the back half. Philip Scott, meanwhile. Time bomb. So toughless. Yuta Yamasta. Also failing time bomb. Maybe the crux of the stage. Josh Miller. Saving on falling shelves, but failing on the next jump. Drew Becker. Never mind. Crazy Hill Run. He may be first to be eliminated. Nathaniel Holmbo. Take a fat guess as to what the crux of this stage is going to be. Jason Behrens. Oh, that one miss on Time Bomb. Absolutely cost him. Taylor Green. She's already gotten a new personal best. Can she get to the back half of the course again? Ooh, Candelabra. She might move on. And she may have a shot to reach stage 6 for the 3rd time in her career. Fomenko is trying to get to the back half again. Missing once on Time Bomb and failing on Candelabra is Fomenko. Grace Carr trying to get... She might get to the back half of the course for the 2nd week in a row. Can she? Time Bomb does her in. 7th out of 12. 10 eliminations. Only 5 people below her. It's gonna be close. Malik running next. And he fails Time Bomb. Although he is ahead of frickin' Grace Carr. Yeah, because he outpaced her. Sure. Soderman. Whoa, rough run on Time Bomb. Took a few attempts to figure it out, but by the time he got to that 4th move, and he was gone. Had a lot of stamina left, but he just slipped. There's no room for... There's already so much little room for error at this point. This is just the front half. Elijah Browning. Ooh. Oh. Lethal Library does him in. Zach Keenan is the only person to reach the Tower of Babel, the vertical segment. Can Kai Diol get to the back half of the course again? And I mean, at the very least, he's 2 obstacles away from a new personal best. He's just got to be the falling shelves. Can he? He can! He gets the Candelabra! Yes, Kai! 4.5 at the very least is their new personal best. Nora Brown John. Ooh, oh. She gets all the way to the on-guard ladder Judon. That's awesome. Asa Reynolds. Alright, and she takes first. Candelabra for Reynolds. Good enough for top 5 at the moment. Gardiolski, can he get to the back half? These shadows are going nuts right now. Gardiolski, Kai Diol. There are 5 chatters left, and they're all going crazy. They're popping off right now. Philip Goethe, how the hell do you respond to that? With a new personal best, he's already gotten one. And he takes first place from Nora Brown John by several movements on the on-guard ladder Judan. Sean Bryan. Oh! First to reach the elevator climb! Yes! Sean Bryan. I think I might have to make this the final stage version. Because then we can actually see how far they get into the elevator climb and the magic ladder. Yeah, I need to remember to test to see if they fail, if they run out of stamina. Jared Boyd. For Sean Bryan, we have a chatter in first. Oh my god. Jared Boyd. These chatters are not to be underestimated. Jared Boyd, though. Oof. Hourglass drop. 18th out of 22. That is not the spot you want to be in, buddy. Sharif. Even worse, falling shelves. Jack Andrews. Oh, first. I'm the only one of the chatters to fail early on in this stage. Third to last. 22 out of 24. Not looking good for him. Tatsuya Tada. Trying to get to the back half. And he definitely will. On guard ladder takes him out of it. Good enough for second. Max Feinberg. For a new personal best, he just has to beat the falling shelves. Can he? He does. In fact, he gets to the elevator climb and takes first from Sean Bryan. Oh my god. We could have a clear of this rate. Sam Folsom. Here come the Folsoms. He gets the on-guard ladder. Josiah Pipel. I severely underestimated these guys. Nearly reaches to the Tower of Babel. Few runs away from eliminations. Oops. Wrong name plate. Vance Walker. Can he actually get... He's got a new personal best in this era. Can he get to the back half, though? Oh, hold on. Lethal Library. He's definitely moving. 9th out of 29. Renee Castley. Failing. Oh, rough run on the time bomb. 16th at the moment. Good enough to move on. Yeah, good enough to move on. Because there's only 10 eliminations. And there's 14 people below him. Matthias Neurel. Oh. Lethal Library, 4.6. Technician Tyler Smith going next. Candelabra. First to be eliminated is Josh Miller. Jack Andrews will unfortunately be next. Utah Yamashita is going to the back half of the course. Phil Folsom. Missing once on time bomb. Getting to the end, the last movement of the on-guard ladder. 2 done. Jack Andrews is out of it. 4 chatters remaining. Oh, Daniel Gerber's on the bubble. We're going to lose our number 1. Salaryman, Ryosuke Miyoga. Will eliminate Daniel Gerber. Getting to the on-guard ladder. And he had plenty of stamina left. If he got past the on-guard ladder, he probably could have gotten very close to the end. Gonna save on the second jump. Failing on the 6th jump. Gerber's out of it. Sharif on the bubble. We move on to Kai Beckstrand. Saving on falling shelves. Also getting to the on-guard ladder. Eliminates Sharif. Sionzi is on the bubble. Here comes the Prince. And he's out on the falling shelves. Yusuke will not be getting to the back half. That is an absolute shocker. We've lost Gavin Obey and Yusuke within 2 stages. Oh boy. Clement Gravier running next. Somebody's happy. Xavier gets to the elevator climb. Eliminates Steel Team, but Nathaniel Humvo might be happy that he's actually moving on now. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of a 5-time Sasuke finalist and a 2-time Sasuke champion. The cutoff is the Hourglass drop. Jared Boyd's on the bubble. Mr. Burnout, damn. Caleb Bergstrom, the champ, going next. Failing on Lethal Library. Eliminates Jared Boyd, puts Philip Scott on the bubble. Noam Jr. going next. Lethal Library as well. Good enough to eliminate Scott. 3 chatters left. Grace Carr is just going to miss on the back half. Unless Jackson Erados somehow chokes on the stage. We've seen Yusuke from here. One of these two is going to move on. Grace Carr or Jackson Erados. And it's easily going to be Jackson Erados. We're down to 13. And 2 of them are winning. And that'll do it for the front half of the course. Let's have a look at our clear overview. Dude, that's crazy. Kyle Soderman squeaks into the back half. Dude, losing Yusuke on stage 4 is nuts. Taylor Green and Nora Brown John are the only women left. Oh, this is going to be a crazy fight to be your last woman standing. The last 2 have been Akshara Papu and Isabella Folsom. This time it's either going to be Nora Brown John or Taylor Green. This is going to be a hell of a showdown. 3 chatters left. And they are Kai Diol, Sean Bryan, and Ethan Gardiolski. Oh boy. Killer of the stage is a tie between Time Bomb and Lethal Library. On guard ladder, and 7 people reached on guard ladder. That is, But yeah, we are halfway done with this course. And next is attempting stage 5 first. Speaking of which, we're going to go into stage 5 right about now. Let me get the BGMs ready.
I choose new.
1 second. Okay. There we go. Turns out, at the summit of New Babylon was a portal. Anyone who enters it is taken to an unknown region of space. At first glance, it seems to be just a bunch of rocks and boulders. Unbeknownst to the 30 that remain, this is where the back half of the course begins. Stage 5 is the Asteroid Belt. It is a rock climbing stage consisting of 6 obstacles, no time limit for obvious reasons. First is circle climbing, which I believe is from Kosasuke. A horizontal wall traverse, yeah, Kosasuke, with circular protrusions for the competitor's hands and feet. Dino Domain from Muso. It gets difficult quick. Competitors climb the underside of an L-shaped plank like the spider flip, then dino up a series of thick cylindrical jugs on an inverted wall. And was created by Philip Scott for a scrapped gauntlet contest. Hang climbing from Sasuke. And I believe it is an inverted rock wall that the competitor climbs with their hands and feet. Devil Roof. From Taiku World, a shallow pitch descending and ascending inverted rock wall similar to hang climbing with more difficult holds. Rock Problem. A rock problem on the other side of a flat wall is from the WNL. And finally, of course, the Magic Wall from Kunoichi. A rock wall on a tall rectangular prism that requires the competitor to cross to the backside, then climb up a face that tilts backwards. 5 faces, the 4th of which is inverted. Maybe the 5th, if I recall correctly, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we're down to 30. 3 chatters, 2 women left. How many, if any, will reach stage 6? Oops. Hold on, let me... This is the right... Wait, no it isn't. Oh. Because it isn't. Okay. Oops. Well, here we go. Now I found the right... I clicked the right friggin' BGM. Crap. Alright. We may decide your last woman standing and your last chatter standing on this stage. Because we barely had any chatters reach stage 6 anyway. Same thing with women. Zach Keenan going first. Dino Domain. That is the first really hard obstacle on the stage. Yuta Yamashita. Devil Roof. There is a chance we could have a stage 4 one. Really hoping that doesn't happen. Nathaniel Hombo. Dino Domain might have to replace that. Barons. Hang climbing. Hang climbing? Hang climbing. Taylor Green. Ooh, and she is our first clear. We will have a stage 6. And I completely forgot to change the clear rate from stage from last week. 30 in stage 4, 30 in stage 5, 15 in stage 6, 7 in stage 7. Okay. 30 in stage 5, 15 in stage 6, 7 in stage 7. Flamenco right next. Taylor Green has just cleared stage 5, by the way, for the 3rd time. Flamenco trying to do it for the 2nd time. And he will not! The magic wall! So close. Damn good effort, though. Amir Malik. Speaking this before, but not tonight. The rock problem takes out the former LMS. Soderman. First time attempting the back half of this course. And he's moving on. This is the first time, this is the 4th time he's reached stage 6 in his career. Elijah Browning trying to do it for the 5th time. And he will not the magic wall. Kai Diol. They've been on stage 5 many times. Can they finally reach stage 6? They gotta beat the asteroid belt. And they will not! They were 2 walls short! That inverted wall! Oh, they were so close. Kai Diol can't catch a break on stage 5. Maybe Nora Brown-John can. Saving on the Devil Roof, she will not the magic wall. Takes her out of it. Reynolds. And he's over 2 on stage 5. Gardioski. Continuing to chatter in stage 6. No! The last wall! Of the magic wall. He passed the inverted wall and everything. Damn. The only other chatter left is Sean Bryan. Okay, let me... Actually, I forgot... I forgot to check. Magic Wall, phase 4, phase 5. Sean Bryan, in order to guarantee... in order to make himself Chatter's champion again, he's got to beat stage 5 in order to guarantee that he's Chatter's champion. Gota. We only have 1 clear thus far, and it's freaking Nora Brown-John. Sean Bryan to become your Chatter's champion. He will! Sean Bryan is your new Chatter's champion. And it is the 5th time that has he just broken the record? Yeah, the only other person who's done it 4 times is freaking Jack Andrews. Sean Bryan is now the all-time record holder for the most Shatter's Championship wins. After a save on the Magic Wall, too, we're at 3 clears. 15 people have attempted this. 3 move on. 1 for 5 clear rates so far. Tatsuya Tada, come on. Yes! 25%. Saving on the Devil Roof as well. Feinberg. And he makes it to stage 6 for the 5th time. His 10th appearance. Sam Folsom. Can he get back to stage 6? No, the Magic Wall. Just like that, 1 Folsom remains. Josiah Papel. And he makes it to stage 6 for the 4th time. Vance Walker. Come on, Vance. Ooh, yes! Despite his cerebral palsy, he gets past the rock climbing stage. My man, Renee Castle. 7 clears so far. Things are looking a lot less grim now. Make it 8. Matthias Neurel. Trying to make it 9. He will. We have a clear streak going on. Tyler Smith. No, the Devil Roof takes out the 3-time finalist. Whoa. Last of the Folsoms, it's Phil. No. Oh, that'll do it for the Barn Burners. Oof. Miyoka. He has insane grip strength, but he fails the Magic Wall as well. And it's another. This is another case of stage 5 just demolishing what's left of the top 10. Kai Beckstrand trying to stop that from happening, and he puts us at double digits. I still can't believe we lost this game. Gravier, 10 out of 26. Make it 27. Gravier fails Dino Domain. Will the champ move on? Bergstrom. He will. 11. Junior. Can make it 12. No! Hang climbing. One of the easier obstacles of the stage, I think. Erdos. And he moves on, putting us at 12 remaining. Ooh. This is going to be interesting. 12 people left. The killer of the stage is the Magic Wall at a staggering 9. But yeah, that's crazy. Taylor Green, Kyle Soderman. In fact, I think Taylor Green is your new last woman standing. She is! No chatters left. 1 woman left. Hello, Topaz. Stage 7 clears, obviously. 1 woman left. Taylor Green is your last woman standing. We do have a chatter left. What am I talking about? Sean Bryan is now a 5-time last chatter standing. He is your new chatters champion. Taylor Green, let's see how many times she's become LWS. This is her 4th time pulling it off. So Taylor Green is now a 4-time last woman standing. Sean Bryan is a 5-time chatters champion. 5-time last chatter standing and new chatter champion. 9 people taken out on the Magic Wall. We move on to stage 6. Well, we could see a chatter in stage 7. It would be actually nuts. I doubt it, but it'd be freaking insane. And for all we know, I believe I've done a test earlier. We're on stage 6. I believe I did one of my last minute tests I did earlier. We had a stage 6 wipeout. So it is possible. I sincerely hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, Taylor Green makes it to stage 6 for the 3rd time. Mega intros. Sorry. Here we go. 3 stages remain. We have now entered interstellar space. As our destination draws closer, however, the stars around us appear to be stretching. And rather than looking like little dots, they seem to look like lines. It's almost as if we're approaching light speed. Stage 6 is FTL, Forlorn Twinkling Lights. The newest installment to the 4 series, the Space series, I guess. It consists of 11 obstacles and is divided into 2 segments. First, the time segment, Blue Shift. Kicking things off is the Spin Bridge EX2 from Musa. Come back. It is the version with 8 balls and several vertical diagonal transitions. Minefield, which is a classic obstacle for BMW, a series of cannonballs and cones that you must traverse across. V-Wing to Cargo, which is from Ninja Warrior Germany. Competitors swing from a thick inverted V-hold to a cargo net, which they must descend. And of course, a very beautiful home reduced to the height of a human Earth. A large ball that competitors spread across the top to reach the finished platform. It is from Super Wonder, but no bike required for this version for obvious reasons. Magna Rocket Dragon, capping off Blue Shift. A super tramp jump to a giant post. The competitor then shimmies 90 degrees around the post and jumps to safety. Alternatively, super tramp into Hustle Toby or Hop Rocket B3 versus in this first scene versus Moravsky. Time limit is 95 seconds on Blue Shift. Past this, only then may you attempt Red Shift on time second. First is Jawbreaker. I believe this is the qualifiers version. Competitors hop a bar into locking cradles at 45-degree angles, repeating that movement a total of 3 times. The third cradle hangs straight down, requiring a mid-air upwards thrust, similar, if I recall, to the bear trap. And not to mention, this is directly into the Sleepy Sidewinder, Sasuke 39's Sidewinder, with a spinning wall of pipe dream before it from the Shark Tank. Ultimate Frisbee, which is from the WNL. Competitors build up momentum while standing on the swinging pendulum, then jump to the first of 2 spinning discs and lachey across. Nice paint job, thanks. Competitors lachey between sideways rotating boards using the affixed handles. Fairly new obstacle on this stage, the Pinch Border, which is the air server. It's from Muso. Where the handholds are vertical limit ledges. There's only one small, very small hop in the middle compared to the usual air server, and it's supposedly created by Caleb Bergstrom, who is attempting this stage, believe it or not. And finally, it's been relegated from stage 8 to stage 6. Over under. Competitors lachey to a bar which either tips forward if enough weight is put on it, or backward, which affects the difficulty of the lachey to the next bar, invented by Kevin Breck. And of course, I put the final obstacle of the stage and it's rated as a 3. It's kind of lame, if I'm being honest. Kind of a lame finish to this stage. But, of course, I didn't think of it. But, yeah, here we go. Stage 6 kicks off right now. And now is when this BGM is supposed to go. Kicking things off, Taylor Green. She could become the 3rd woman to become a semifinalist. She's got to face FTL first. Oh, it's possible. I mean, it could happen. Taylor Green. She does reach Redshift. 2 people have done it before her. Riley Porter and Olivia Vivian. Could she become the 3rd female semifinalist in Omega's history? She's got to beat Redshift first. Directly into the Sleepy Sidewinder. Looking good so far. How much farther can she go? The all-time progress record is 7.4 for women Ultimate Frisbee saving on the first Frisbee. No way. Pinch border. Oh my god. She's a semi-finalist. She actually pulled it off. Oh my god. Taylor Green is your third female semi-finalist. Taylor Green. That is crazy. In her third attempt on stage 6. She's never even attempted FTL. The only one she's attempted was Forbidden World back in OMEGA2. She's been there twice. She faces FTL. She sight reads it, essentially. We're 1 for 1, and it's Taylor Green going to the back, not the back, going to stage 7. She's finally a semi-finalist. She has a shot to break the all-time progress record. Enough yapping from me. Kyle Soderman. Anyway, here's Kyle Soderman. Redshift. Several seconds left. Kyle Soderman trying to become a 2-time semi-finalist. He's just got to be Redshift. I believe the last time he did it, it was in OMEGA 1? Or was it 2? Oh, he might do it. Over under, yes! We have another new finalist in Kyle Soderman. He is now a 2-time semi-finalist. But it's the first time he's done it in this era. And for all we know, we could have a Chatter semi-finalist. Globally. We have a female semi-finalist, which is the third time it's ever happened. But we could have a Chatter as a semi-finalist. He's been to stage 6 3 times in OMEGA 2. But he's a shot to do it in OMEGA 3. His name is Sean Bryan, the Papal Ninja. Proto Sasuke champion. He's going to... Wait. Oh my god! Oh my god! Less than half a second left. Okay. These times are close. Redshift. Sean Bryan. The all-time progress record, if I recall correctly, is 6.12! But not for Sean Bryan. He's taken out of it by the Jawbreaker. And that will do it for the Chatters. But he put up a damn good fight. But and yeah, he got so far. He cannot be disappointed. Getting to stage 6 is nothing to scoff at. Tatya Tada, though. He's a 3-time semi-finalist we know he can handle. And he nearly beats the Klaxon on Blue Shift. Red Shift, meanwhile. Can he handle Red Shift? We know he can handle Forbidden World. He's beaten it 3 times. He's been to stage 7 3 times. Nice paint job. Got pinch border, and he's going to stage 7. Tatya Tada is now a 4-time semi-finalist. And this is the first time he's done it in this era. Things are looking a lot less grim now. Max Feinberg. It's going to be interesting to see how he can handle this. Oh, he saves on Magna Rocket Dragon, and he reaches right shift. And again, I may need to buff Blue Shift. But at the same time, I really don't want to wipe out. He's been stage 5. He's been to stage 6 4 times before tonight. Can tonight be the night he finally becomes a semi-finalist, saving on Ultimate Frisbee? He's got pinch border, and he's going to stage 7 for the first time in his career on his 10th appearance. Max Feinberg is your 15th unique semi-finalist in this era. So congrats to him. Running next, though, Josiah Pipel. He is a 2-time semi-finalist. See if he can make it 3. Saving on Spin Bridge. Reaching Redshift. This is an alarming clear rate right now. I seriously need to buff Blue Shift. This is ridiculous. Jawbreaker. Sleepy Sidewinder, looking good so far. He would be a 3-time semifinalist if he beats FTL tonight. Yeah, FTL is kind of a joke, if I'm being honest, because we have 5 for 6. And I believe we had 12 in stage 6. Yeah, we had 12.
Well, the last time this happened, stage 7 did a heavy lifting, so.
Yeah, stage 7 has been nuts. Barely anyone gets to the back half. I was gonna buff it, but I decided against it because I wanted the final, to be honest. Vance Walker, trying to become a 6-time semifinalist. And he's around halfway to doing so. Just gotta beat Redshift. He's never been to this point. He's never been to the back half before tonight. Saving on Jawbreaker. Come on, Vance. Come on, Vance. And around the back half of Redshift now. No! Over under!
Oh my gosh, he feels the easiest.
It's rated as a 3!
God.
And you know, like, oh my gosh, like, over stamina, what? Yeah.
He was fine on stamina.
Yeah.
It's so tough. You cannot, it just goes to show, you cannot take a single one of these obstacles for granted. They will come back to bite you. And he's our second fail on stage 6 tonight. Dude, our only fails on stage 6 so far are Sean Bryan and Vance Walker. Oof. Renee Castley, he could fail it as well. He's known for surprise fails. And there's another one! He fails on Earth! Okay, we're actually getting more fails now. Oh, okay. Matthias, a lot of these competitors have never been to the back half of the course. In this era, anyway. Matthias Norell being one of them. And he fails V-Wing to Cargo. And again, you'd think a European would be able to clear this obstacle, because this is from Ninja Warrior Germany. But then again, he is from France. I don't know if he's attempted that particular version of Ninja Warrior. Kai. Now we're going to what's left of the top 10, starting with Kai Beckstrand, the A&W finalist. What a save on Magna Rocket Dragon. Gets him to reach Redshift. For the second time in his career, he has a shot to become a semifinalist in this era. Saving on that second pillar on Sleepy Sidewinder. But Ultimate Frisbee takes out the A&W finalist. Oh. Caleb Bergstrom. Here comes the champ. He's trying to become a 4-time semifinalist. He was 1 for 1 in the final a few weeks ago. Can you be 1 for 1 in FTL? He's 1 for 1 on Blue Shift. In his 18th appearance, he now faces Redshift. Come on, Caleb. He's been to stage 6 times before tonight. He's been 3 times. He has a 50-50 clear rate on stage 6. He's trying to shift the clear rate in his favor. Just got to be pinch border and over under, and he gets to stage 7 again. Baby Bergie's a 4-time semifinalist. Actually, what am I talking about? He did it before in this era. He is not the 16th unique semifinalist, because it turns out he did it, I believe, last week. The only multi-time semifinalist in this era, the only people who have been to this particular stage 7 multiple times is Yusuke and now Caleb Bergstrom. Noam Jr. Never mind, Jackson Arados. I've forgotten Junior's out of it. Arados could do it as well. Blue Shift. He's the #1 ninja in the world. We know he can handle it. Red Shift. He beats the Klaxon too. Damn. Jackson Arados We know we're not going to have a wipeout on stage 6. But will we have 7 people in stage 7 for the second week in a row? Redshift. We know he can handle this. He, at one point, had the all-time progress record in Omega. In this era anyway. Saving on Ultimate Frisbee. And he's going to stage 7. Jackson Erdos is now a 5-time semifinalist. Oh boy. A lot of these competitors I doubt are ready for what they're up against. But holy crap, it's going to be interesting to see how these competitors handle. Let's go over the clear ring. Taylor Green, your 3rd female semifinalist, and easily your last one to stand. Kyle Soderman, Tatsuya Tada, Max Feinberg, Josiah Papel, Caleb Bergstrom, and Jackson Erdos, the Omega champion and the NSC champion, are going to be taking on stage 7. I believe for the second week in a row. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these competitors handle it. But before that, let's get into stage 7. And for those of you who somehow haven't, if there's anyone here who hasn't seen it before, it's stupid. It's genuinely stupid. Okay, let me
Constant reminder.
hold on. Let me stop the completely unwarranted ads real quick. Whoops. Gotta skip another ad. There we go. Yeah. Getting intros ready. Or intro singular, sorry. 2 stages remain. This is where things get crazy. Normally at this point there's an Afterlife theme stage, and that's no different this time around. But it's normally a split decision upper body combat. But in this new universe, no, the realms of the Afterlife have merged. Completely butchered that sentence. So now instead of having a choice of 1 or 2 upper body stages, now you gotta face them both. Stage 7 is Amalgamated Afterlife. Third tournament that has even been attempted. It consists of 12 obstacles and is divided into 2 segments. First is the Hell theme segment, Dystopia. Devil books, several book-shaped holes that must navigate using only your hands, directly into the doorknob Delta. A mix of the rumbling dice and the doorknob grasp. Split decision between Big Red, difficult cliffhanger, or Vertical Limit EX from Musa. 4 vertical limit ledges with 2 backwards transitions. Hell's Gate, a twist on the floating monkey bars from Sasuke Nitro not directly into, Dragonback. And there is a rest point between Dragonback and SCOH. Ring toss, sky hooks, ring jump, and final ring consecutive. And after all this, you still gotta do each other. Sky hooks, this is the Ferrex version, directly into the upwinder. Split decision between Cliffhanger Odyssey from Muso and Altitude Limit from Proto Sasuke. So you can face either the Wrath of Alex Cunningham or Philip Scott. Flying Bar Triple Deluxe is a mix of Noah's Ark, Northeast Regional Flying Bar, and the Bear Trap. Second, Island of the I-Beams is a mix of the Hinge and the I-Beam flip, if I recall correctly. And finally, of course, Hoa, a super buff version of the Kaleidoscope with 7 sets of progressively thinner ledges, the last of which requires a cross grip, or cross grab, whatever it's called. It is a slipper grab. 7 competitors remain. How many, if any, will survive the Wrath of the Phoenix in the newly amalgamated Afterlife? Will we have a final? Highly doubt it, but all we can do at this point is wait and see and hope and pray that it actually happens tonight. We're gonna need a miracle, if I'm being honest. Or just that for me to nerf this unbelievably stupid stuff. 7 athletes. most of which have never been to this point in any way. First to go is the third female semifinalist. Her name is Taylor Green. And she is now a 4-time last woman standing and your newest female semi-finalist. She'll be the first to face the wrath of the Phoenix of the newly amalgamated afterlife. It all comes down to this, folks. Here we go. Dystopia. Devil Books. The all-time progress record for female competitor for women is 7.4. Making her way through the doorknob delta now. I think Olivia, Vivian, and Riley Porter both passed this before. Split decision. So going for vertical limit EX, she saves on the first ledge. Got the second one. She got the backwards transition. 2 more. This for the all-time progress record for women. No! Oh, she ties the record again. Oh, she was 1 ledge short from taking the record from Olivia, Vivian, and Riley Porter. 3 women have been to stage 7, all of which have failed 7.4. God, that's gotta be frustrating. Running next is Kyle Soderman, who unfortunately does not have a BGM. He is a former semi-finalist, but again, he's never faced anything like Amalgamated Afterlife. He's never even been to the back half of this particular version of the course. See how he fares against Amalgamated Afterlife. First of all, Dystopia. Going through Devil Books first. Never mind! Soderman fails on the Devil Books. That's interesting. He just pulled a Jun Sato.
He does have like problems with like upper body obstacles. Like he has been failing on the cliffhanger constantly.
Yeah, he fails on the book holds. What?
Yeah, because hold on mistakes. What was that? 14 seconds?
18 seconds.
Right.
Still, damn. That is not the run he wanted for sure. Let me get Tatsi Thomas real quick. 5 athletes remaining. Running next is a former Sasuke finalist, 3-time semifinalist, 4-time semifinalist as of tonight, the star of Yamagata, Tatsuya Tada. Now faces Amalgamated Afterlife. It is going to be no easy feat. People have gotten close, but the people who have done so are few and far between. Let's see if Tatsuya Tada, the star of Yamagata, can be one of them. 2-time semifinalist in 2-time finalist in Sasuke, 3-time semifinalist in Omega. He's already gotten farther than Soderman did. Doorknob Delta. Nothing he can't handle. He's been to Niflheim back in Omega 2. Going for Big Red. Taylor Green, by the way, very brave going for vertical limit EX. Got that first jump. Going for that second jump. No! The second jump of Big Red takes out Tatsuya Tada. 7.3 is his personal best in this era. Four athletes remain. I completely forgot to do that on the number of women left. Ready next is Max Feinberg. On his 5th attempt on stage 6, he finally became a semi-finalist. How much farther can he possibly go? Dystopia. These competitors are going to need a miracle. And even then, there's no guarantee that'll be enough. Doorknob Delta. Max Feinberg. I don't know how good he is with upper body stuff, much less stamina. He's going for Big Red. Got that first jump. We just saw Tada fail on that second jump. Can Feinberg get to the back half of Dystopia? Yes, he can! Hell's Gate. This is a brutal twist on the floating monkey bars. He takes the lead from Tada by 1 section. Ready next, he... Actually, he does. What am I talking about? Whew. Again, we're going to need a miracle in order to see a final tonight. Three athletes remaining. But this next one is his 3rd time attempting this stage. He's never faced anything like Amalgamated Afterlife. He's very strong in his own right. Josiah Pipel takes on stage 7 for the 3rd time in his career. But again, he's never faced anything like Amalgamated Afterlife. Starting with Dystopia. In order to take the lead from Feinberg, he must pass the ascending segment of Hell's Gate. Clearly, that is no easy feat. He's going for Big Red. Everyone except for Taylor Green's gone for Big Red. First jump. Got it. Second jump now. Pipel is onto the back half of Dystopia to take the lead from Feinberg. Can he? Yes! Now for the cross segment. How much farther can he go? He's now a 3-time semifinalist. Going for the descent. And... No! No! These guys have just been inching closer and closer, but nobody's gone to Dystopia yet. I mean, Utopia, sorry. Again, we may not even have anyone get to Utopia with how many people are failing on Dystopia. Oh. Down to 2. Let me hold on. 2 athletes. This man has been in this position 3 times before tonight. He is the most recent Omega champion, the most recent A&W champion, Caleb Bergstrom. But for him, I mean, to be fair, he has faced this stage before. He got all the way to Utopia, and he failed the first obstacle. Penultimate run of the night, unless we somehow have a final. Which, considering nobody's gotten to Utopia yet, I highly doubt it. Dystopia. I was gonna buff this stage. This particular segment. He's beaten Dystopia before. Going for Big Red. First jump. No! He fails on the first jump. The champ is out of it.
No mounts.
Nobody's reached Utopia yet. Oh, God. Things are looking a lot more grim now. Folks, we're down to 1. Ooh. one athlete remains. The last time he got here, he set the progress record, even if it is for a few minutes. The NSC champion, Jackson Erdos, former last man standing, is trying to do the impossible when all hope seems lost. There's always someone that comes out of the dark and saves whatever freaking what's left of this tournament. But now he's got to face this again. Do it all over again. Dystopia. Nobody's gotten to Utopia so far tonight. Can Jackson Erdos be the one man to pull it off? He's a 2-time last man standing. No, he's a 1-time last man standing. Doorknob Delta. If he fails at any point, this tournament is over. Got that first jump. Going for that second jump on Big Red. Nothing you can't handle. Hell's Gate. Nobody's gotten to Dragonback yet. So difficult. It's the Cloud Ladder, but significantly harder and longer. And for the Descent, and Erdos is our last man standing. He's done it twice now. And he's got Dragonback down. He's going for SUH. Can he be the one man to reach Utopia? Last time he got there, he got all the way to the Flying Bar Triple Deluxe and failed the bear trap segment. Not the movement itself, but the segment. Ring jump now. And even if he beats Dystopia again, he's got a long way to go. He's still got Utopia to do. And and as if that wasn't bad enough, he's got Ho-Oh all the way to the end. But meanwhile, he's going for the dismount on SCOH to reach to Utopia for the second time he does! Jackson Erdos. Oh boy. The one man. The one man to reach Utopia. And it's Jackson Erdos. Oh, this is where things get interesting. And I believe this is the first time we've ended a tournament on Utopia. Erdos on stage 7, second half. Ooh. Again, if he fails at any point, this tournament's over. Jackson Erdos versus Utopia. Skyhooks. We saw Yusuke fail here earlier. This is the Ferrex version. Nothing you can't handle. Directly into the Upwinder. And he's got a split decision between Cliffhanger Odyssey and the altitude limit. He's one of only 3 people to have reached the back half of Utopia. Can he do it? Twice. Cliffhanger Odyssey. Big reach up. Dropping ledges. Nothing he can't handle. He's been to Niflheim. He's been past this point in AA before. Rounded ledges. Erdos, come on. Come on, dude, surely. Going for the dismount on CO. Yes! Flying Bar Triple Deluxe, come on. Come on, come on. He's been here before. He knows what he's up against. Noah's Ark first. He failed on the bear trap segment. Northeast Regional Flying Bar. A few jumps away from a new personal best. Bear trap maneuver. Come on, Erdos! Yes! Yes! Island of the I-beams. And he will take the all-time progress record from Gavin Obey. Got the first jump. Second jump. Got it. Second beam. Will he be the first to reach Ho-Oh? Oh my god. Oh my god, he is. Ho-Oh. Red. Yellow. Green. Blue. Indigo. Violet. Yes! Oh my god! Gyarados did it! Gyarados did it! We have a final! We have a final! Jackson Gyarados! Yes! When all hope seemed lost, the #1 ninja in the world, he's called that for a reason. He was the NSC champion for a reason.
I heard there was final.
Hell yeah, there is. Jackson Gyarados. We are 1 for 1 on Ho-Oh. And we're going to be seeing the final stage for the first time in this era. Oh my god. And I cannot think of a more deserving individual. He just won the NSC and he's going to the final. He's a 2-time last man standing as of now. And this is what it all comes down to. We're going to see the final stage for the first time in mere moments. I got to get the intro BGMs and stuff ready. Oh, holy crap. I honestly wasn't expecting this. Yeah. I could just use, there's no way he's gonna beat it tonight.
Oh, 100%.
Please don't beat this tonight. Please don't beat this tonight. I don't want to be 1 for 1 on the final.
The VTuber was so upset about potentially OMEGA4 next week that it like went like 2/3 of the way into the corner.
I did that. Ah! How do we recreate it? There we go. Holy crap. Let me not spell the final stage real quick. Holy crap. Again, I wasn't expecting this. You guys are in for a treat. Hopefully, anyway. Let me... Oh, wait. I gotta open the thing. Okay, there we go.
Did you intentionally name a stage FTL?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure that was intentional.
Yeah, because, Forsaken Satellite, Forbidden World, Forlorn, Twinkling Lights, it just happened, FTL. It is great.
Okay.
But anyway, let me get the intro for this. Holy crap. Okay. Here we go. Let me get this BGM. There we go. One stage remains, and needless to say, the Phoenix is not happy. Oh. Throughout this era, you ventured through 26 realms, spanning across 3 different worlds. But now, to get here to this final stage, you must face the Wrath of the Phoenix in all its fury. Your final stage is the 3rd impact. It consists of 3 obstacles and is a tower stage. It is, I believe, 69 meters. First is the Speed Climb. 22 meters. It is from Sasuke. Then you have the Cat Grab, which I believe is from A&W. Competitors leap to 2 walls. Competitors climb up a series of boards, holding onto the sides with their hands and pressing against the face of the board with their feet. The boards alternate sides, requiring the competitor to cat backwards to the next board. And finally, of course, P-Road. It is 27 meters. I believe the blue zone is 11 meters and the gold zone is 16. The blue zone is where you're only allowed to use your arms. You're not allowed to use your legs. And only once you reach the gold zone are you allowed to use your hand, or your legs. Okay, what the hell am I talking about? But, here we freaking go. This is what it all comes down to. One athlete remains. They're 1 stage away from the upper limit. Standing at the bottom of the fortress is this man, Legends say he is a 2-time last man standing. He is a 2-time, or 5-time semifinalist, including tonight. Legends also say he is the most recent NSC champion. He's tried 18 times. This is his 19th appearance. And tonight is the night where the impossible happened. He did the impossible to reach this point. All he's got to do is pass this damn tower and prevent the apocalypse. His name is Jackson Erdos. This is it. What it all comes down to. A showdown at the end of all things to decide the fate of an entire universe. It all ends in one of two ways. Absolution or Armageddon. And I can confirm it is the right time limit. 105 seconds, making his way up the speed climbing. Time limit is 105 seconds. Starting with a 22-meter speed climb. It is the version from Sasuke, but it's obviously significantly taller. A few meters away from the cat grab. Was that?
Oh wait, whoops.
Cat grab. This is the final stage version, and it's 20 meters up. And so far, a minute on the clock and counting. This is the second time a tower has been a final, or the final stage has been a tower. First, obviously, the Temple Tower. P-rope. Starting with the blue zone, you're only allowed to use your arms. You are not allowed to use your legs until you reach the gold zone. 28 meters up. Once you reach past 14 meters, it's an Erdos looking good so far. As he approaches the 30-second mark. He's 5 meters away from the gold zone. 20 and counting. 2 meters away from the gold zone. Still in the blue. 13 left. The klaxon sounding. Gold zone. How much farther can he go? He's not gonna make it. And it all ends on the gold zone of the P-rope. And this tournament is finally over. But my God, he put up a hell of a fight. Oh boy, we have a final. And this is it. The third impact is your final stage. Oh boy. In the meantime, though, you see a lot of history tonight. Let's have a look at tonight's leaderboard.
Oh, I don't think there's a leaderboard because, you know, you...
Yeah, I have it open on a separate screen. Oh, the BGM, because it's NFL. Algae Raiden just missed out on stage 2. P75. P56 was Leo Provo at Shatter, just missing out on stage 3. Colt Elder, missing out on stage 4 by 1 spot. Grace Carr, P31, just missing out on stage 5 in the back half, of course. Last Shatter standing was Sean Bryan. Last woman standing is Taylor Green, your most recent semi-finalist. Funny enough, they're both in the top 10. Let's look at them. Sean Bryan, Kai Beckstrand, Vance Walker, Kyle Soderman, Taylor Green, Tatsuya Tada, Caleb Bergstrom, Josiah Pipel, Max Feinberg, and your newest finalist, you're going to be seeing his Stage 8 nameplate next week, Jackson Erdos. This has been OMEGA³ Upper Limit. Until next time, for my Statsman Radio, for my co-hosts Donovan Luster and Vennykins, I've been Kalen Coldcloud. Fare thee well. And hey, we hit another milestone. Yeah.